You may have heard this weekend the name Neera Tanden. She was trending on Twitter. People were giving their hot takes, including myself. Neera Tanden reveals the dark soul of this Biden administration to be. Biden says he will nominate Neera Tanden to the head of the Office of Management and Budget, the OMB. There are very few jobs in Washington more powerful than the head of OMB. So this matters a lot. On the left, we all know Neera Tanden. We may have, whether a big name or just a Twitter account, you may have interacted with her personally, one of the lucky ones who has. She has made many people miserable. She has spent the last 5 years smearing and trying to take out every single one of Bernie's key operatives and surrogates, and of course, Bernie himself and his wife, his chairs of his campaigns, his appointees to different commissions, and of course, just people who support Bernie Sanders. She was doing this with bad faith attacks, very, very ruthless attacks. She used the organization she leads, which gets hundreds of millions of dollars a year, the Center for American Progress, CAP, to facilitate some of these attacks. Her vicious tweets were not only part of it, although she has tweeted 87,500 times in the last 10 years. Not counting the thousands of tweets she has deleted in the past few days. Glenn Greenwald points out that after Trump was elected in 2016, Tanden introduced the baseless claims about Russian hackers stealing the election from Hillary Clinton and delivering it to Donald Trump. Of course, she also blamed us. She blamed millennials. She blamed Bernie supporters. They blamed everybody but themselves because last I heard, she was supposed to be chief of staff to Hillary Clinton, and she sure seemed very mad. This is exactly the kind of paranoid crap that Donald Trump is peddling right now at the expense of our system and government. Neera Tanden doesn't care. She's about winning at any cost, in many ways like her patron, Hillary Clinton. Neera Tanden, though, is not just hated on the left, and now we know on the right. The establishment has their mixed views on her too, mainly because of her tactics and her public and private temperament. They think she's gone too far and she gets rewarded for it, like she is right now. So she lied about the Unity Reform Commission that I served on. This was a commission that was set up after the 2016 election, and it was a commission that was led by Hillary Clinton appointees. There were 3, Tom Perez, chair of the Democratic Party. He had 3 people on the committee, and the rest in the minority were the Bernie Sanders appointees. She organized a massive effort to smear certain members of the commission who were calling for major reform, but were absolutely in the minority. She made it sound like these 3 members were taking over the Democratic Party with some sort of weird agenda that had nothing to do with what we were actually presenting at the time. But nobody was watching the videos, so there was no way to really prove it, right? It's all on the record. She would say things like, we had this goal to get rid of primaries and replace them with, for some weird reason, caucuses, something that you can't even do. It comes down to the state that has to decide it. And she said it's because we wanted to disempower people of color. It was their usual smear efforts. She got articles published in certain papers and media outlets. They had segments on MSNBC about this. They named our names. And as a result, we received death threats, hundreds of attack and smear tweets an hour, some fake, some ginned up, some incited. Hit pieces using quotes from Neera allies as their fact-checking and validation. She tried to cancel all of us, all because, you ready? It was a distraction away from something that they could not run from. We wanted budget oversight and to ban conflicts of interest at the DNC. This is a very strange appointment from a president-elect who says he is trying to unite us. Given some of her anti-union attitudes and union-busting tactics at CAP, you'd think that the Republicans would welcome her. But no, they have already declared her appointment dead before arrival because of what Senator Cornyn's spokesman called, quote, an endless stream of disparaging comments about the Republican senators whose vote she'll need, end quote. It is a rare day in hell when I find myself sharing a view with John Cornyn, so here we are. So why is Joe Biden sending up this non-starter of an appointment? That is the real question. What is this really about? She's not getting approved. Well, to me, it is very clear. This is an attempt to box in Bernie. If he supports Biden's appointee, Neera Tanden, he drives a wedge between himself and his loyal supporters who cannot abide. There's no way that anyone would support that move with Neera Tanden because she made it her goal to knock out every one of us if she could. If he balks at her appointment, he distances himself from Biden, Schumer, and the Democratic structure. Remember one thing. If the Republicans hang on to the Senate after Georgia votes next month, this Neera Tanden idea will sink beneath the muck of Washington pretty quickly. But if the Democrats pull a double-digit win, guess who's in line to chair the Budget Committee? Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont. He would likely play a key role in confirming or blocking Neera Tanden to be budget director. And he's already hearing from his fellow senators and Congress members who are on the progressive side that they're supporting Neera. Immediately, within 24 hours, Senator Brown and Senator Warren said that they support, they admire Neera, as well as Congresswoman Barbara Lee. That is pressuring him from the inside. This is part of a constant effort, let's just say that, coming from the Democratic establishment complex to divide the left and to send Bernie supporters down blind alleys. I know Neera is a Hillary person, and I don't doubt that Joe Biden feels some need to give some Hillary supporters a spot. But giving her this job is not the way. Using her as a sacrificial lamb to box Bernie in, dividing the left, I don't know. I mean, is that ultimately the strategy? This is the question. The question is, what is this actually about? Thanks for watching and listening to The Nomiki Show. But remember to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and please share on social media. If you're not already a patron, please join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show for early and special content. That investment makes a huge difference. We are not corporate media raking in the dough. It's really you guys that are keeping us going. So please consider being a patron. And to our current patrons, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful to you. We also now have swag. So check us out on thenomikishow.com to get your mugs, your totes, and your stickers.